Well, Hellfire, it is Rock the Riff, and I am back for another Metalhead Envy. And back with the ladies of Lovebites. They have released another track, uh, another new track. The Spirit Lives On. And I have to shout out Heavy Metal is the Law, Hate is Silo. I hope that's how I say that name. And then Alex Heidel for letting me know that it was out. It doesn't have a music video, and it would be nice, of course, to have a music video and everything. I will say I prefer when there's a music video or like a playthrough or something. But at the same time, if people are wanting me to check out The Spirit Lives On without a music video, I'm cool with that too. So let's dive on in and see what the ladies are shredding up this time. Okay. These ladies are always, when they do thrash or speed or whatever the hell you want to call it. I've had a few people that are like, stop putting labels on it and stuff. Really, I only use the labels because that's like an easier way to say what everybody else thinks too. Like metal is metal to me. I mean, there is different genres. I mean, there's country and pop and hip hop and stuff like that, but it's like metal is metal. I don't care if it's thrash, speed, death, doom, sludge, all the millions of different genres. That's not, like I said, I use those terms because that's just common vocabulary that's used amongst the community to describe certain things. And with all that being said, I'm going to use speed. These ladies' speed is fantastic. I like the fact that it's fast, but it's all still tight as all get out. Like I can still discern everything that's being played and all that good stuff. And I think the Love Bites ladies are just killer for this type of metal. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Well, everything is as slick as normal. They're all jamming. I will say, I mean, this kind of song, don't get me wrong, it's good. It's really killer. I do think it's kind of like Love Bites by the number. So far, I'm waiting to hear some riffs or some breakdowns or some solo work that kind of stands out. Uh, I do have to give it to all the musician work, but I think Haruna uh, playing the drums. See, I'm curious if it's actually her live drums on record. I think I've asked that question before, and a few people have told me. I've got a few different answers on it. I've got a few that was like, no, it's programmed, but it's programmed to the where she plays it live, and then I don't know. Like that's the curious, or that's the question I really have when it comes to Lovebites studio versions of their songs, and because I mean it's just killer. It's just Haruna is a beast. Because even though like my drummer I work with in my own band, he'll tell me like his biggest hurdle that he has a problem with is not trying to play this up to speed or everything. It's trying to maintain it, and especially in his case, like say it's like our set list now. We have a shorter set list than what we've had in the past. At the moment, we're right around like in between 35 minutes to 40 minutes for how long we can play on stage, and that's just counting our actual material. That's not counting like any actual crowd conversation or crowd work or anything like that. But he even tells us he's like literally uh if we just punch through all our songs, like we have to get all our songs in a certain time, his endurance will be the issue that he runs into. And so when I hear Haruna and everything, it's like some, and especially the fact that Love Bites discography is a lot of this type of song work, this very fast on the rail, just going from point A to point B at a million miles an hour. I'm curious how well that is maintained throughout a show. Especially, doesn't Love Bites do like hour to 2 hour long shows? So that's crazy. That's crazy. That when I factor in that element and hearing this, that's what impresses me the most. Very uplifting. Yeah, here we go. I'm ready to hear this section now. I'm ready to hear him break away. I hope people don't take it that I'm hating on them or anything. I actually really, really enjoy Love Bites. There's a reason why I have done a lot of their songs. I think they are very, very killer. I just think there's a certain type of song that I've heard done over and over and over and over and over. And I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not good. It is a fantastic song. But if you ask me personally, preference, I like to hear I like to hear the change ups. I like to hear the breakaway from, and it don't have to be this massive jump away from what's going on. I like the backbone of this, but I like to hear little flares in there added in throughout and stuff. And then I can admit that I can't really make out any of the words that Asami is singing. I couldn't tell you actually one solid word out of this listening to this, but I love her melody. I love where she's at in the song, and I like how powerful and stuff she pushes things. I just can't understand with her accent. I can't understand. most of the words that is going on right there. But it sounded like the guitars were about to shred out, so I'm ready to hear Midori and Miyako shred it up. Okay. Not as extravagant as the guitar solos as I've heard from the ladies before, but it really fit the track. And I could tell like the guitarist in me, that would be so much fun. That section would be a shit ton of fun to play. Because it sounds like a lot of pull offs, hammer ons, riding up, riding down. I mean, that's really cool. And then also hearing just the instrumentation. Fami, Fami, I'm not sure if I'm still pronouncing her name right or wrong. She's just so tight with the drums. Like, I want to hear this song without the YouTube compression and hear how prevalent the bass is. But turning my headphones up, I can hear somewhat of the bass, not as much as I'd like to hear it. But she's just tight with them. I think I said the same thing in Judgment Day. I feel like Lovebites has, if you judge them on actual, like how much chops they have, how much the string section has guitar and bass chops now, you can't find a perfect trio. You can't find a better trio. All three of them just are, hell, let's put Haruna in this too because her drums are fucking fantastic as well. All four of them can just be so meshed together. I mean, it's super tight. Like, I'm kind of curious if this is the fastest song that Lovebites has. I talk about the speed metal and everything, but now I'm wondering. I'm sitting here searching my memory banks. That's the one thing about how I treat uh, everything I do here on YouTube and stuff is until I've actually listened to a band's album from beginning to ending. I don't really listen to it as much off camera, but everything I've heard of Lovebites, they're fast. Or let me rephrase that. I'd say 7 out of 10 times their tracks are super fast. But I now I'm sitting here racking my memory banks of what I've already listened to of Lovebites, and I'm asking myself, is the Spirit Lives On their fastest track? I mean, it's up there. The speed of this song is up there. I think that is really, really, really cool. fucking uplifting. That's good. Hell yeah. That's a slick song. That's a very, very slick song. I do feel like it's not, for me personally, I don't think it's breaking away from Lovebites' formula enough. But there and again, it's still a killer song. Honestly, every Iron Maiden fan in the world, if they're not big into Lovebites, they're missing out. I feel like Lovebites is probably one of the best modern bands that does this classic speed sound. I think I've praised them a shit ton in my past reviews and reactions, and I still have yet to hear another band that really does the speed justice. And it's like, I can be honest, I am not the biggest Iron Maiden fan. There, of course, I like the big hits that they have, and then there's one song in particular that I've always loved. It was Passchendaele. I loved that track, Passchendaele. My other guitarist I work with is a huge Maiden fan. So, I mean, that's the cool thing about music in the metal world. There's so much out there for us to all enjoy and everything. I feel like fans of speed metal hear this and this is like, yeah, like they are gonna go ape shit over this track. And I admit it's cool, and the technicality of it is probably what impresses me the most. Like the first solo break section. I was hoping to hear Midori Miyako like do some insane stuff, but at the same time, I like what they did. I do feel like it was more of a like a instead of a guitar solo, it was like a harmony, a harmony riff, if that makes any sense. Like they just kept that momentum rolling forward. They didn't do any breaks, any pauses. It was the goal of this song was to drive 180 miles an hour down the fucking highway. But it's good. I definitely give this track four horns because I mean I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the best Love Bite song I've heard, but it's definitely enjoyable. It's a fun, catchy song. I think Judgment Day stood out to me a bit more because one, it's a music video, and then two, it gave to me it showcased Fami. I'm gonna say it like that from now on until somebody tells me in the comments that this is how you actually say it. I think it showcased Fami a bit better. But like I was saying earlier, I think YouTube's compression of this is killing the bass. Like I'm assuming the bass is more prominent than what it is in on this recording and everything. But yeah, that was really cool. I dig the album work too, the album artwork too. I'm a big fan of wolves. I got wolves tattooed on me. The snakes, everything's golden. Hell yeah. I'm excited for more Love Bites. Hopefully we'll be getting some cooler stuff. Or not cooler, but more cool tracks from Love Bites here soon. So, if this is your first time to my channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I am trying to get better at doing YouTube every day. And with all that being said, stay positive, stay rocking, and I will catch y'all in the next one.